do you expect his foreign policy to change or adapt? And especially given that he will now be running a coalition government?
I don't think so, and let me tell you why. I think that the structure of geopolitics right now is such that India just has a lot of room to maneuver, right? I mean, I think there are three big trends that we could point to. The first is the sort of declining American hegemony, the fact that we're moving away from a kind of unipolar moment to a more multipolar, maybe not there yet, but more multipolar fragmented world order. Number two, clearly, is the increased concern, not least in India, but also in the United States and Europe and other places, about the Chinese expansionism and what their alternate vision of the Indo-Pacific and Asia and the global order, for that matter, looks like. And then third, of course, is the return of a kind of more global Russia, despite all of its problems. And so India finds itself in this kind of geopolitical sweet spot, right, where it can pursue its policy of they've gone from calling it non-alignment to multi-alignment, but basically pursuing bespoke partnerships with particular countries in particular issues and domains. So working with the United States on defense technology at the same time that they can be importing, Russian crude, for instance, right, is the classic example. Those structural factors aren't changing, right? So the kind of assertiveness, the confidence, the brashness that you see from Indian diplomats, I think, connotes a sense that in to some degree, the world needs India more than India needs the world. Fundamentally, I don't think this changes much about the nature of India's partnerships, what its priorities are going to be, and who it's seeking to work with.
Certain elements of what he has brought into Indian politics and in how the terms of the political dialogue and discourse is shaped haven't gone away. Jingoistic nationalism, and maybe the two are interconnected, jingoism as well as muscular nationalism, and this idea that India has arrived on the global stage, shedding its colonial sense of colonial victimhood, aggressive, out there, showing its muscle. That is something that resonated with voters. It's still very much part and parcel of something that is treated as an achievement of this government. It's not, and I don't think voters have rejected it. I don't know that voters have necessarily rejected the polarization, the bigotry, as much as just said, this is not enough. We also want to hold you accountable for our everyday lives and sort of normalize things a little bit in that way. And I do think that there's a political consensus around muscular nationalism, particularly projected on the global stage. I don't see that reducing in any way. And, as Milan said, the global positioning of India at this point in time, we are in that sweet spot, and we will continue to kind of position ourselves exactly as we have.